Live. Hey, hey, are we live?
I have no idea. I don't see it on my end.
It says that I'm live.
I'm always like on a
Wait.
Yeah,
Yep,
I feel
there it is. Yep, there it is. Okay.
I don't see the little banner going, "You are now live."
I saw it pop up quick.
Oh, but Chris and Dan saved the world. FC3 live. Okay, so there's the thing.
Somebody thinks I'm live.
When it comes to my computer's weird. There it goes. See, I now see it. You are live.
Oh, phew. I thought I want to talk to a dead
We already got
person.
3 people watching us.
Wow. Hi, people.
Hi, guys. There's
How are
James.
You? Hey, James.
Hi,
we're
James.
Live. He says we're live too, so I guess it's. So
I
anyone?
believe James.
Yes. Anyone else think we're live?
Anymore, but I believe James.
I don't think I'm dead. So
no, not yet.
Not yet.
Got another 50 years or so before
around
that happens.
there, yeah.
Yeah, give or take.
Unless I can, live forever. Like didn't William Shatner going AI and he's gonna live forever?
Yeah, something like that. That's just strange. Hi, Chrissy.
Hey, Chrissy.
So this is it's episode 4?
It's episode 4. This is
episode 4 of Dan and Chris Save the World. This has been an interesting journey.
Yeah, and doing this way is definitely making it a little more interesting too.
I'm getting a kick out of people responding to it, and they're like, "Oh my God, we didn't know that about you." Well, really, we're fairly open book. I mean, but I look back at it, it's like, oh wow, we've had 50 years of experiences to talk about. I suppose that's a thing. Are we saving the world tonight? Yes, come, Tanya. We're saving the world.
Oh, I haven't watched that in a while.
There's Matt. Movie. No, it was Jonathan Frakes telling Patrick Stewart he plans to live for. That's right. Yeah, right at the tail end of Generations.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that one. How are you, Daniel?
I am doing fairly well right now. About a week after my last chemo. It's been it's a week after my last chemo. My last chemo was worse than my first chemo. So
yeah.
So but I'm doing better now. Uh-huh. So but the week itself, I had a full work week, so it was busy.
So you had more of a reaction to the second dose of your chemo?
Yeah, funny because they gave me a smaller dose because the doctor, for this type of chemo, is normally done on a 2-week cycle. They said normally they give like 85 units for 2 weeks. So the doctor gave me, for my first week, gave me 135 units for the first dose. So right there, almost a lot more than a normal dose. And I reacted pretty strongly to it. So he decided to lower my dose to 100 units, which is still higher than a normal 2-week dose. And I was feeling the effects even before it was done.
Oof.
So I'm sitting there in the chair and the nurses are like, I'm tingling already. The nurses are like, oh, but they couldn't do anything because they had to finish it up, kind of thing. And and I love the fact that the chemo, they have to wear extra protection to bring the chemo to me. So they have to put extra wrappings on and extra gloves and face sheet, all this stuff just to carry this bag, which is itself wrapped up in plastic, over to me. And I'm like, you're sticking this poison inside of me and you can't even get near it?
God.
It's like, oh.
Well, I can't imagine. I mean, they probably are exposed to it over and over again. Yeah. Of course, you're not the only patient, so I can only imagine.
I know, but it's just
toxicity.
Yeah. So, So the main symptom I have right now is everything. If I touch anything cold or eat anything cold or drink anything cold, I react to it. It hurts if I touch it cold. If I drink something cold, it's like I'm gagging. The gag reflex comes up, and
that's insane. And especially in fact, you're dealing with that at the end of winter, so everything's freaking cold right now.
Right. So the fact that we had a couple of warm days this week, that was okay, but I went out for a walk and I was still like tingling as I walked, and not a good tingling. So,
not the happy tingles that you would get on spring break,
right? Not the good, good tingle. It was the tingles.
Oh man, what a week though! This week flew by. I got so much done at work this week. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, good.
So
a good work week.
Yeah, good work week. Which I don't have a lot of those. I mean, I like my work, but there are days that are just tougher than others.
Yeah.
So that was a thing. But now you've been able to keep up the workload at home?
More or less. I mean, work-wise, I'm definitely not. I'm not been as motivated for work itself. Because it's just been wearing on me. Yeah. And there's stuff I can't do around the house because I can't. Like touching cold things is hard. So going into the fridge is even hard, kind of thing. So.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. Okay.
There's weird things, it's like, I made eggs this morning, and holding the egg to crack it, I'm like, my hand is like in pain.
Oh,
and so
I hear that.
So I'm hoping it goes away soon.
Do you need a surrogate egg cracker? I can come over and help make breakfast for the boys or something if you
Maybe.
want.
Yeah, I can crack some. We can crack some eggs.
I'm bringing the I send Ian. I'll send to Ian.
There you go.
Ann, we'll send Ann over too. So, you have family. We can come over and help you. That's a thing.
It's a momentary pain, and hopefully a few more days get rid of it. So
there you go.
Yeah.
So is there anything in particular you want to try and hit today? I mean, we've talked about some of our personal history. We've talked about some of the things that made us who we were back in the day, and folks, since this is live today, you're watching us. There's 7 or 8 of you watching us right now. If you have questions for the two of us,
we have answers
about anything. Honestly, about anything. Chrissy can make fried eggs with bacon.
Bacon.
I don't know what the delay is, so Chrissy, I don't know how long it took that to show up in front of me from the moment you typed it. It might be like 20, 30 seconds or so. But folks, just feel free to throw in questions today and ask us stuff, and we'll try to impart what little wisdom we own.
We'll just talk, and we'll see what we say.
That's it. Before we went online, Dan and I were talking about how we've been watching Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's been a lot of fun. I think it's been a really good show. Just now, I just saw that pop up, so I don't know what kind of delay that is for you there, dearest.
Yes.
We're just we're doing what we always do. This is like we usually record on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. It's been Tuesdays mainly that we'll record. Dan and Chris Save the World, and then we throw it up on Friday. So this is just basically what we do. We sit back, we get on our headsets, and we start chatting and seeing what happens. I do have a couple of questions. Like I said, we did bring up Falcon and Winter Soldier. You have not seen the Zack Snyder Justice League yet?
I have not seen it, no.
Okay, thank you, Chrissy. 20 seconds. Gotcha. So, figure there's a little bit of a delay. But if you have questions out there, folks, let us know, and we'll answer them. Absolutely. I mean, we'll answer questions about FC3. We'll answer questions about global politics. We'll answer questions about parenting. We'll answer questions about dating, because we're really experts at that.
Yeah, we're great. Yeah,
we can tell you what not to do. We're really brilliant at what not to do.
Yeah.
But like I say, let's circle back. You have not seen Zack Snyder, the Snyder Cut?
No, I have not seen that yet. No.
Okay. I watched it Saturday or Sunday. No, I watched it the other day. I watched it Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday night. I watched it. Oh my God, I got my days mixed up.
It's a commitment. 4 hours.
It really is. Yeah. It's a commitment, and it's great because it has actual chapter breaks in it.
Okay.
So this is one of the spoilers I'll give you, is that it's chapter 1, this, that. Chapter 2, here's the title of this. Here's what to expect. And there's like 6 or 7 chapters. So if you see that, just hit pause, get up, and go wee and grab some snacks, and and wee. And
I like Lord of the Rings extended cut where there's no break for 4 hours.
Oh my word!
Those are awesome movies, though.
Yes, those are awesome movies. This is, as I was telling Tanya, the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League is basically a director's orgasm. It's basically he is given full reign to put together the movie he always wanted. He did it. He doesn't have to worry about run times. He doesn't have to worry about theater releases. He doesn't have to worry about any of that. And he has full access to the special effects unit. Oh yeah, let's do everything.
Jeez.
Several people, and I agree with several people, have said that movie could have been 3 hours and just as good.
How long was the original? How long was the theatrical cut?
2.5.
2.5. Okay, so an hour and a half of stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on, and you definitely see the differences between Whedon's vision and Snyder vision.
Okay.
Right. Was it an amazing movie? There's a lot of people who will say yes. I'm not going to be one of them. Was it a bad movie? No, God, no. It was definitely worth the investment of time. It's just a really big investment of time. That's the thing.
Could you do it again? Could you invest that time again?
Bits and pieces. I think I would skip ahead to watch the bits and pieces. Like there were certain parts in there I would love to watch again. Certain interactions, certain scenes. Billy's on. Hi, Billy. I'm glad I watched Justice League. Some improvement. There's an excellent 3-hour version in there. Yes, yes. That's the point. If you can, I'm being told the Whedon cut is 2 hours, so it's double the movie. So you're definitely getting your money's worth getting the
So we need a third cut of it, then to cut out the extra to make it 3 hours.
Yes.
Then you might have a really good movie.
See, we have the Whedon cut and we have the Snyder cut. What we need is the monkey cut, where we the two of us go in and edit out all the nonsense.
Monkey around with it.
There you go. We monkey around with it a little bit.
And then we'll get the monkey cut. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know, but that's a thing. That's definitely a thing. It was an investment of time, but it was not a bad one. I did have some fun with it. Be nice to Billy on Sunday. He has to deal with Chrissy and I after recording with all you.
We're always nice to Billy.
We're always nice to Billy because we love Billy.
Yeah.
Billy's like part of the family, man. Of course we're gonna be nice to him. We might take extra abuse out on Tanya, but that's another story entirely.
That's just the family dynamics, though.
Here, there's a reason I'm saying that right now. She's right here. She came over to have dinner and watch Falcon and Winter Soldier with me, and I'm like, well, you might as well just hang out and listen to the two of us be idiots.
Because that's what you do.
I don't need the Iceland girls serenading Aquaman. Yeah, that was weird. That was just
something I have to look forward to, huh?
Weird, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This is going to be the final thing I say about the Justice League under Snyder Cut. Henry Cavill is probably one of the most amazing Supermen that I've ever seen on film or TV. Mm-hmm. All right, all of the Superman actors have been amazing, even including the new one in the Arrowverse. I like Tyler or something. Right? I don't know his name. Chrissy and Billy are saying hi to you. She's waving, guys. But they've all I don't think I've seen a bad Superman, including even George Reeves back in the day in the black and whites and whatnot. But Henry Cavill is an amazing Superman. Ben Affleck is an amazing Bruce Wayne and Batman. Ezra Miller, fantastic as the Flash. Ray Fisher was brilliant as Cyborg. He really got his due in the Snyder Cut. Gal Gadot is just impressive as all hell as Wonder Woman. Love her. And Jason Momoa did the impossible. He made Aquaman freaking cool, right? Jason Momoa as Aquaman was an inspired casting choice. So with that all said, the actors were phenomenal. The writing was weird. The directing was weird. The story itself did not serve, in my opinion, to do those people all that much justice. I think that's the thing. That's
no justice for the Justice League.
No justice for the Justice League. I think that's why that movie was so not poorly received, but mediocrity. It's just meh.
Because there's a lot of potential with all the actors involved.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't put it all together into some cohesive.
If you gave them the MCU writing staff, and Feige doing his thing with that cast, blow the doors off of anything out there.
Why can't anybody else reproduce the MCU formula? I mean, I don't under.
Everybody's trying to now. They're all playing catch up to the MCU.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what's happening.
It's just but they can't do it.
Yeah.
It's too bad because I said there's a lot of potential for that.
Right.
I love the Justice League cartoons back in the day.
Oh God, yeah, Super Friends.
Saturday morning cartoons.
See, had I known we were going to make that reference, I would have had you queue up like a YouTube video or something because we are using StreamYards tonight, so we might as well make the most of it.
We don't know what we're doing for this though. How can we be ready for that?
Let's see.
Pets off.
It was like ADHD trips. Yes, Chrissy. And James goes on to say, hot take, Batman, the Brave and the Bold cartoon made Aquaman cool first. Okay. I have not seen that one. It's one of the few animated pieces of DC material I have not seen. So I will make a point of checking that out. That was definitely
when did twin powers activate? Form of a bucket.
I just got that from Tanya. And next she goes, what are your twin powers? So what's next?
What are we doing? I don't know. What are we doing?
Let me ask you a question then.
Okay.
Huh? Tanya wants your T-shirt, the Mandalorian T-shirt, because she has her Baby Yoda addiction, right?
Her? No, not Tanya.
No, not Tanya, who has now 15 different little Baby Yodas throughout her house. Or
only 15?
34, 69. Got a dirty look there. Yes, dear. Oh, man. Dan, let me ask you a question. This is completely a jarring right turn from the Justice League conversation.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the term false equivalency?
No, I am not.
Okay. Here's the technical thing. is a type of cognitive bias or flawed reasoning style. False equivalency means you think or are told two things should have equal weight in your decision making. If one opinion has a solid data supporting it, but the other opinion is conjecture, then they are not equal, right? I'm bringing that up because I've tried to avoid it like the plague, but I got into a political argument on Facebook today. Right? I get into those. I've been better at it lately. Don't give me that look. I've been better at it lately where I've let a lot of, as using the baseball terms, pitch in the dirt. I've let a pitch in the dirt go by. I have not swung at a lot of them.
Okay.
But I just couldn't help myself. I had to throw one out there today. And of course I got into a scrape over it. And it's weird. I feel a shift happening, but because I've been aware of politics. I mean, we've talked about this. I've studied politics most of my life. I got into it in senior year of high school when we were at AQ. I took the political science class with Mr. Pilliter because it offered college credit. I'm like, oh, what senior's not looking for college credit? It was my chance. My grades were never the best in high school, but taking that class gave me the feeling of like I was in an AP class because he treated it like a college class and he kicked my ever-loving ass in it. But I learned. It was amazing. It was great. I mean, he was probably one of the best teachers I've experienced ever. But when I got to college, in the early years, I got mired up in all the, the English and the history and all the core stuff. But then as I started getting later into my career, I started diving more into political science. I have a minor in political science. And I had met this one professor, my favorite educator of all time. I met in my tail end of my college career when I was at SUNY Brockport, Dr. Raymond Duncan. That man to this day still inspires me. He was just amazing. And I think I've talked about him in the past. I may have, I don't remember. I know I was chatting with him I think I was talking to Tanya. I may have mentioned him to you. I don't remember, but, Dr. Duncan was just one of those amazing educators, and I love that man. But he really got me thoroughly into it, and then after that, it was it. I was hooked. I was watching the global stage, the local stage, everything. Got involved in
to watch
campaigns and and all sorts of stuff. So I'm a little more aware than the average bear. I don't know everything. I'm not the professional. I mean, I have got people that I've been friends with. Are friends with that are deep into the system at this point. And on both sides of the fence too, which is really actually quite wonderful in some regards because you get all these different outlooks and different opinions.
Yeah. As long as you can talk. About it.
Unfortunately, that's been getting tested lately. That's been getting tested pretty hardcore lately because I'm noticing there is a large chunk of folk who are just entrenched. I'm going to say it this way because it's the only way I really know how. Entrenched in propaganda rather than figuring things out and working through it. This is what we believe and it will not change.
They're taking the headlines and they're stopping at the headlines and they're picking which headlines they want to believe and they're not really actually reading the story. So,
and if you disagree with them, then you're wrong.
Right. Correct.
Really? Okay. And so that popped up a lot today where it was, well, if you're going to point this out, you also have to point this out equally. No, I don't. No, I really don't. That they're not equal. Also, if you're going to do that, here's the thing that really bothers me about whataboutism. This is the big thing I've noticed a lot of is what about, well, if you're going to yell about that, what about this guy? Well, what about that guy? Okay, that doesn't solve any problems right now.
Right.
Well, if you want to talk about that, let's talk about that later. Right now, I'm bringing up point A. We're going to talk about point A, and we're going to debate point A and discuss point and solve point A. No. Well, if you're going to talk about point A, you need to talk about B, C, and D. You have to make it fair. Fuck that. No, I don't have to do that.
Why is it's not a question of fair? It's a question of are they relevant to each other?
Exactly. That's purely the point right there. And I think that's why, and it's funny because a gentleman I knew professionally and we've become friends is on my Facebook, and he jumped in and he identified a couple of arguments. Well, that's false equivalence, and it's such a logical fallacy. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the technical term for it. Okay, so I looked it up and I'm like, okay, I understand this better. And then I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, and it's not just in political discussion, but I also notice in my personal life and a lot of arguments I've gotten in over the years where it's like this, the whataboutism, the false equivalency. It diverts from the point, right? You don't talk about what's important about one thing. Suddenly you're trying to equalize it to a whole bunch of other unrelated things. It's like, wait, no, stop that.
Right.
Focus and move on. And that's, people are not doing that yet. More are starting to. People are starting to see that. But people, like regular, everyday, normal, good old-fashioned folk are starting to see that and starting to do that, or at least trying, maybe unsuccessfully, but they're at least trying. But the quote, you see that? We're on video, so I get to do this. I'm doing hash marks for those who are just listening to the audio. The professionals, the elected people, the people who we elect to be the professionals, I still have a very large yardstick up their very large assholes. It's like, really, come on, guys. Let's
all they're doing is trying to get reelected.
Yeah.
And they're
let's go to the comment section. James saying, at the end of the day, both the average and above average bears just want food. Well, you know what? That is so correct. And Chrissy says, welcome to the world of conspiracy theory, and it's the distraction tech. You know what? I am going to hold on to think of conspiracy as a big old ice rink. I'm going to just cling to the wall. I'm not going in that rink. I'm not skating in that one. It's interesting to watch it, and there's some that makes sense, and there's a lot that really doesn't. I
mean, I read everything that's on Facebook, and I tend to stay out of the conversations because it's usually just not worth my time.
Right.
I mean, I know where I stand.
Wish I was more like that. I really do.
I mean, I know I'm not going to change people's minds. And I wish I could. I mean, I know I can't. I know enough to be dangerous, but I can't. I'm not going to get into those deep conversations about this and that, and because I know I'm not at that level, for one thing, and B, they're not going to listen to me anyways.
You'd be surprised. I think people would.
Maybe,
but
I
don't. I'm at risk of blowing smoke up my best friend's ass. You are a smart dude. I mean, come on, man. Don't sell yourself short. You're very insightful and intelligent, and that's why you and I get along so well. Is because you're able to see the things that I miss because I'm too busy going, yeah, I'm in the middle now. Yay, I'm talking to everybody. I'm so social. Yay, look at me. So you see all the shit that I miss.
I like to believe I have good common sense. I can see through the crap. So I don't have the blinders on. I can see. I try to see. I always try to look at the big picture. That's what I do with the convention. That's what I do with at work. That's what I do. I try to look at the big picture, not just look at this one problem. I try to look at everything and how it all works together. So looking at it all together, it's like some things just don't make sense, and I can see that.
Chrissy's talking about my ice rink analogy for the conspiracy theories. The rink is full of crazies. I know I was part of it once, she says. And she's telling me don't leave the rink wall. And she's now experienced. Now she can see a conspiracy coming a mile away. Now, do you see a conspiracy theory, Chrissy? Do you see it as the weirdness that it is, or are you like you can kind of smell something that could possibly be a conspiracy? Let me ask you that. And James goes on to say, Chris, I'm thinking of having you on the cartoon podcast to talk about the 70s Star Trek cartoon at some point this year. Interested? Yes, I just actually have to watch it. I remember watching episodes as background noise when I was a little kid in the 70s, right? So when it was first being aired, I remember seeing it.
I remember it too, yeah.
But I don't remember the stories. And here's a nice little piece of trivia for you. Billy let me borrow his collection of DVDs, and it is nice and safe and secure and being kept clean on my DVD shelf down in the foyer. Have I watched it?
That would be no.
No, I feel horrible about that too. As a matter of fact, because I think it's on one of the streaming services now too. I think it's on CBS or Paramount. So
I know there's so many.
You know what, James, you tell me when that particular podcast is going to be, and I will make sure to do my homework for that one. I will watch a few episodes of it so I can see it. I do remember like the opening episode where they find the amoeba in space and they're wearing their like cool spacesuit, force field belts and stuff like that. I remember that one for some reason. And then they had the navigator that had 3 arms. He was
because
like
you can do that in
born
cartoons.
reptilian dude, and he had the 2 regular arms. And all of a sudden, you see he's got 2 hands, and all of a sudden, a third one comes up and starts pressing buttons. Like, wait, what? What?
I wish I could do that.
That would be great. Zaphod Beeblebrox had a third arm placed
right.
to help improve his ski boxing.
That's right.
There's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference for.
He actually understood the name.
Well, we'll give her. She got the name. That's good.
Yeah, Billy, I have it. Remind me to get it back to you one of these days, because I feel terrible about the fact that I've been like safekeeping that for you for like almost 2 years now. I think you gave that to me, I think, when we were still in studio, and that's been a while now. So it's like, oh my word.
Oh well.
I know. I'm a terrible friend sometimes. It's not a trade. It's not a fair trade. No, I think the DVD collection is worth more. That laptop's kind of beat up a bit now at this point.
It's my brand new one.
Oh, is it your new one? He's got your new one?
He's got my new one.
Okay, then I flipped that. Yeah, your laptop's definitely worth more than the DVD collection.
My beat up ones at Anne's house.
Ah, I see. And don't forget about the Lion Chick. Yes, I do remember the Lion Chick. My secret plan to integrate my co-host into the FC3 group continues.
Go for it.
You're running under the false impression that you actually have to do it secretly. You remember, we're a fairly welcoming family, right? We have a very large group of people involved in FC3. Like, for instance, Chrissy and yourself and Billy and Henrietta Harriet, who I love that woman so much. I can't wait to see her again. I miss her terribly. Think of Andy and and Sarah and Jesse are coming back to the family. And who else we miss? Sybil. Come on. They really never left the family. They just took a break from the action. That's the best way to put it. They took a little break. Understandable break, but they're going to be getting back and involved again, and I love that. We're going to be bringing James Bourne, our meme lord. He's going to be coming on board to help out the family. And think of all the great friends and family we've brought on board, like Devin and oh my God, I can't even think of the names right now. I can see all their faces. I just can't think of the names. Becca, Emily, Kelsey, Jean,
Shannon. Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Rika, all these people who have made such huge, great contributions to us over the years and stick with us, even though we have no idea why.
We're a little crazy, but we have fun.
I miss Sybil too. Chrissy, Sybil and I still text each other once in a while. We keep up with each other because we can be close.
We're all about having fun. That's it.
Yeah.
If we're not having fun, why are we doing this?
Exactly.
So, you said that before.
Exactly. That's a definite thing.
And we got to start planning FC3 some more, because
I know, seriously. It's starting to look like September might actually be able to happen for us.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we're still waiting. Hopefully they reduce the social distancing there.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be interesting to see what the regulations come on. I mean, I'm starting to see other conventions popping up. AwesomeCon in DC, Gen Con,
some big
things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, New York has not. If New York regulations are in place as they are right now, then no, we can't pull off because the state law will not allow us to do it. No.
So we're hoping that there's some neighboring states which are doing it, and hopefully that we can.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, by this another couple months, we should know better how things are and everything. So
I mean, at the very worst case scenario, if we have to delay one more time, at least I'm confident in the fact that it would be the last time. Like the next dates we pick, if we go to April of 2022, we know we can set that in stone at this point, because by then we should be in good order at that stage, unless something completely horrible has gone wrong.
Right.
So
we should know. We should have a better idea in a couple months when things are. Hopefully, more people are getting vaccinated. It opens up more. We can do some more normal things. We'll find out.
All right, Chrissy. Yes, I will give Sybil a text hug for you. I promise. And then James goes on. The thing is, he's based in Texas. Oh, your co-host is in Texas. Is that right? You did mention that. So there's a cost of an airline ticket potentially involved in bringing him to the show. So I'm not exactly holding my breath. Hey, we can always work something out. Maybe we'll do a Kickstarter to get him up here.
Or we can do a remote,
or we can do a remote. Yeah, absolutely. Do a remote panel.
You got technology.
And Bill's talking about, hey, he has to start working on his robot Astrid, Astronomicon's robot mascot.
Yep. They're scheduled in October.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, Bill, remind us, are you guys close to Halloween weekend, I think, if I remember correctly? Somewhere in the late 20s? If I'm not, just drop the dates in the chat there. Anyway. And there we are. Look at that. We've gone from Justice League to political to now we're talking about just FC3 stuff in general. Billy was looking at Amazon today. Did you guys know that there's a 6th Hitchhiker Guide novel? It was written by the guy that writes the Artemis Fowl books. I did not know that. I was not aware of that.
Huh. Interesting.
It's on Halloween weekend. Astronomicon's on Halloween weekend. I'm going to have to look that up because then that means there's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy material I have not experienced yet.
Yes.
I will have to fix that.
How did I know?
And then I will read it to Tanya. She just rolled her eyes at me. Boy, I'm telling you, if the two of us were actually dating, I would have been dumped by now. I'm pretty sure of it. That's all I got to say about the relationship with my dear friend Tanya over here. I'm pretty sure she would have dumped me 6 times over by now. So
6.
She knew. She got there. October 29th, 30th, and 31st, 2021. I believe you guys are at the RIT Inn and Conference Center.
Yes.
Astronomicon. I don't remember what number it is. Astronomicon 13, I think. I don't remember. Bill can keep filling in those details in the chat.
They've been around a long time now, so look them up.
Yep, absolutely. Wayne and Bill and the gang do a great job. You do better than me. I get preemptively dumped. Oh, I'm sorry, James. Yeah. See, at the top of the show, Dan and I were talking about giving out dating advice. We can tell you what not to do.
Yeah.
we can.
What to do? Be yourself. If you can't find someone who likes you for who you are, and you have to
somebody the right person who is interested will find you. I promise.
That's right.
Something is going. And Bill confirms it is Astronomicon 13.
Yes.
They do one every couple of years, if I remember correctly. So, I've been dumped by email. That was interesting. Just out of the blue, got an email. This is over. Okay. That was when I was in college. I think I was one of the first people to ever broken up by email. It was in 94.
94. That's I was pretty early on.
It was a VAX system of all.
VAX. I loved the VAX system. I had the VAX at GMI, VAX 11780, and I had a VAX at Xerox also.
And I got dumped by email just about a year or so ago too.
Yeah, so it's
I'm bookending my love life with emails. Just gonna print. If I could, I would have printed them both out and just put them like on pictures, so they'd be on either side of my head in the background. I think that's perfectly humiliating.
Bookend there, yeah.
Oscar helped Chrissy kick out an ex. That's amazing. That is amazing. He kept shutting the door on him. I love Oscar. Oscar's an awesome dog. He really is the best. Well, I can't see the best dog. Not in front of Juno. She's looking.
Yeah, don't tell Juno that. Come on.
She's here too. She's on the floor, crashed out. She's taking a bit. She's taking a bit of a nap at the moment. Don't wake the baby. We went on a mile walk last weekend. She was so happy. She passed out for about a half an hour. And then she got right back up and wanted to go for another.
I'm ready to go again. That was fun.
Yeah, ready to go. Let's go again, Dad.
So, all right, we touched on dating, touched on some politics.
Touched on dating. That's all we're ever going to do on dating. We're going to touch. If somebody asks me a direct question, I will try to answer it as best as I possibly can. Okay. But when it comes to anecdotes and stories about our own dating lives, Dan and I are probably not going to be very forthcoming about some of the shit we've gone through.
Probably not, but I don't know. You never know. You never know what mood we're in. So
in our defense, we were left unsupervised. I'm just going to throw that out there.
And we had no idea what we were doing.
Yes.
Who does know what they're doing?
We still don't.
Who does know what they're doing in that? Come on.
I can't remember. I remember saying this during a D&D game back when I was in college. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm a very dangerous man when I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh my gosh.
James wants to go back to DC movies. Have either of you seen the trailer for the Suicide Squad that dropped today? I saw the trailer. I watched it a couple of times. Have you seen the trailer yet?
I have not seen it.
It is bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. I am so excited for this movie. And I agree with our buddy Phil Fielding out in Syracuse, or I can't remember. I know he's involved with Syracuse folks somehow, but he comes locally often and supports FC3. But I agree with Phil. Pete Davidson from SNL is going to be in the Suicide Squad, and we're both hoping that Pete gets nailed with like a good gory death scene. because neither of us are big Pete Davidson fans. So it's like, okay, I hope this guy's going. I hope he's cannon fodder. I'm stealing some of your Coke Zero, Tanya. I'm sorry to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I'll have to watch that after this.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely take that in a couple times. It is phenomenal, and it sets the tone very, very well for what to expect out of a movie like that. And I think this is where the DC movie studios do the good stuff, is when they're in the off the beaten path movies.
Mm-hmm.
The original Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Suicide Squad. This is where they're going to hit their stride if they stick to just the characters and let the stories speak for themselves rather than try to force an MCU clone of sorts. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they got to figure out some
James Gunn is
formula.
getting it right. Yes, Billy, he most certainly is. Well, it's James Gunn. Come on, he doesn't miss that often. Maybe in the early days, but I don't know what else has James Gunn directed other than a lot. Let's get James Gunn.
We have the technology.
IMDb. We have technology. I'm looking it up. I'm doing the Tanya job today. I'm looking stuff up online. All right, writer. Holy Moses. He has done a lot as a writer. Starsky and Hutch TV series has been recently announced. He's going to be writing for that. Guardians of the Galaxy's Volumes 1, 2, and 3. Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote? What's that?
Is in pre-production. That looks like should be interesting.
Is that what is that going to be animated? What's it going to be?
I would not know. Okay, hang on. Wile E. Coyote. Expected July 21st, 2023. A story set in the Acme warehouse, the manufacturer of anything and everything used by Looney Tune characters. Oh, boy.
It could be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
All right. So let's see. How far back does his career go? 1996, Tromeo and Juliet, the Tromoville Cafe. Oh, it's probably like Tromoville, the cheesy B-movie horror stuff. Terror Firma, Troma Edge TV. So a lot of like throwaway horror stuff.
And then you got into some Scooby-Doo. Yeah.
I see 13 Ghosts and Scooby-Doo. And this was just as a writer he was doing. As a director, he has 18 credits. Guardians of the Galaxy, movie 43. PG porn. Okay.
A series.
It's a TV series, 8 episodes.
Genital Hospital, Harpoon, Helpful Bus.
For people who love everything about porn except the sex. Oh my God.
Squeal Happy Horrors, Roadside Assistance. Oh my God.
Now I have to watch it just for that.
Peanuts Christmas. Oh my God, Naomi, what the? Okay, I don't know if I want to see this or not. Wow, I've never heard of that one. Yeah, I wonder where that's.
He's even an actor. Look at that. He's been in a couple of things, usually bit parts. It looks like
18 credits though.
Puts himself in his own stuff. Okay. I'm going to swing back around to the Snyder Cut of Justice League. This is just a touch, almost spoilery, but it's more of just behind the scenes stuff. So there is a cameo where I can't remember the exact which hero is involved. I think it's Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, or it might be Flash. No, it's Wonder Woman. Diana Prince is walking out of a cafe, and in the background, sitting at the front window of the cafe, is Zack Snyder, and he's scribbling something. And this was pointed out. I was watching one of the background, behind the scenes kind of Easter egg stuff on YouTube. He was actually storyboarding the scene that was being filmed while having a cameo in the movie. So he was storyboarding how he wanted to actually splice it together and make it flow. So he was just having them shoot the shot, and then he was storyboarding how it was all going to fit together while he's in the background in his cameo. I thought that was, you know what? I'm going to put my hands up and say that was brilliant.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So meta. And it's like that. So you miss it if you're not paying attention. So it had to actually point it out to me. Meanwhile, I'm kicking my desk around. So sorry about that, everybody.
Whoa, earthquake.
I'm making people dizzy here. I'm being very comfortable and casual in my outfit today, and I put this is me usually when I'm recording, is my feet are up on my desk, and I typically have like a cup of tea, but I finished my wine. I'm very upset right now.
No,
I'm not whining.
You're not whining.
So
yeah.
Chrissy would love to see a Deadpool Harley Quinn movie. That would be the ultimate MCU DCEU crossover ever. I think that would be insane. I had this all perfectly adjusted, and then I had to start kicking my desk. I'm sorry, people. I'm going to make you dizzy a little bit. There we go. I feel almost better now. Nope, I still have. If I point too low, people are going to see I'm fat. I don't like that.
You ain't fat. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing.
Oh, you know, Jesus. You're 6'5". You hide it well. Yeah, no, I hide it with baggy clothes. You don't see this. This is. I don't like it. But I'm old. What are you going to do? Right?
You're old. I'm glad I'm not as old as you are.
I know you're almost exactly 2 months younger than I am. You son of a bitch. Scott has this wonderful phrase where the definition of old is the time between my birthday and Chris's birthday. That's old, and it's there's like a 13-month difference in age between the two of us. He's like 13 months younger than I am because he's born at the beginning of August. I'm beginning of September, but he's like a year or two behind me. So it's yeah, that's what the definition of old is, that gap between him and me.
Yes.
So
Billy got the Weird Al
picked up on your Weird Al reference.
Oh, geez. Weird Al is a genius, I tell you. He's a genius.
He is. I saw a great one where if, God forbid, anything happened to him and he passed away, then all of the artists he parodied have to come back to do a tribute concert and they sing his versions of their songs.
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing. I still think, he doesn't even have to pass away. Just do a Weird Al tribute that way. There's Ann.
Yeah. Hi, Ann.
We love you, Ann. Tell Wade we said hello. Hope we hope he's not a hangry farmer.
I love the artist who gave Weird Al permission for him to do the parodies.
Yeah,
because he had to get permission for all of them, I believe.
He does.
Because there's some that they wouldn't give him permission.
He did have a little altercation with Coolio over Amish Paradise when he did Amish Paradise. Apparently, there was a miscommunication there. So when it came out, Coolio got really offended by it. But as Al himself will say, Coolio's not really mad at all the royalty checks he gets.
Right. Yeah. But yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's right. So what else we got going on?
Not much. I'm getting my first dose of the vaccine tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
About time. Yeah.
Telling me about it,
Yeah.
But so if I develop any superpowers, I promise to let you know.
Okay. Do you know which one you're getting?
I'm getting Pfizer.
Okay.
For that a brief second before I answered the question, I'm like, what superpower I'm getting? What do you is that what you wanted to know?
Which one are you getting, Chris?
We should do that because I still have all of my books for the Marvel superhero role-playing game from the 80s, right? So I think that'd be a fun podcast if we sat back and started rolling randomly and we could find out what our superhero, our comic book superhero powers would be, the four of us, you, me, Billy, and Tanya.
I mean, I should get like a superpower. I mean, I had radiation, chemo, and then
I know you should be like climbing walls and
I should be able to do a lot of stuff now at this point. Yeah, because I just had a sore arm for the next day.
Sybil's here at work. Just wanting to stop by and say hi. Sybil, we were just talking about you, sweetheart. Your ears must have been burning. I'm so happy to hear that you're here, Mama. I love you. I miss my little sister. I hope you're well. And Sybil's here, and that was great. And Tanya's is hugging you at the moment, doing virtual hugs. She's sending virtual hugs. Billy said one of the last concerts I saw was Weird Al and his band with an orchestra, strings attached to it.
I so wanted to go to it, and I was so upset that I didn't. I kept on looking. I was like, I should go, but I've done that.
It's always 2020, brother.
I've done that so many
Seriously.
things, though. That's one of my biggest weaknesses. Is there's stuff that I really want to do, and I end up talking myself out of it, and it bugs me that I had.
Do I have to do the thing again?
Yeah, you do.
I have to do the thing again, don't I? I had that speech. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Because life's too. Boy, have we gotten a good lesson on the fact that life is too short lately, folks. And I will now, as Dan and I were talking about, I know we did this I think I did this on a podcast, didn't I? Or I did it on Nerd World News. I don't remember, but I had this little diatribe, this thing.
Nerd World News. We have to
Nerd World News one night. Guys, this is all going to end. Eventually, somehow or another, it may start coming to a grip, coming to a close this summer, may come to a close this fall, winter, maybe next year it'll be comfortable. But eventually this is going to subside and we're going to build a new normal around us. I don't want you to go back to normal. All right, James, Chrissy, Sybil, Billy, Tanya, Danny, all of our friends, all of our family, guys, Bill, everybody listening to this, go do the thing. Make a list of the things you've always wanted to do and haven't had the guts or the ability or the impetus to go do. And go do them. Guys,
really
this is your opportunity. If we've learned anything in the past year at all, is we're fragile.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring.
We don't know. We don't know what the next crisis is going to be.
I had no idea I had cancer. I mean, come on. And you don't know what tomorrow's going to be. I woke up one day and the stuff was happening and, oh my God, I got cancer. What am I, but I'm going to get through it and I have to do the thing.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not going to miss that concert that I really wanted to see. I'm not going to, again, I'm going to go do it somehow. I'm going to
go do the things.
Mm-hmm.
Live. John's clarifying. I did it. Nerd World News editorial. Yeah. Thank you for that, John. I appreciate that reminder.
Yeah.
Bucket list time. Seriously, guys, maybe, that's another podcast we can do. We can make our bucket list. We can talk about the things we are, and the things we are going to do when we have the ability to do it. I for one, off of my list, I've started planning to drive one lap around the contiguous United States. I'm going to load up my SUV, my dog, and probably my son, and just drive. I'm going to drive west until I hit Seattle, and then I'm going to drive south until I come close to almost running out of California, and then I'm going to turn east, and I'm going to go visit my family in Arizona, and then I'm going to go cutting across Texas. I may take side trips along the way. Vegas, baby. Anyway, driving until I make it to Georgia, and then I'm going to go north and go home. That's a thing. I want to do that. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to take all of you with me, by the way. So I'll make
that'd be amazing time to spend with Ian and stuff. Just all that time together. You'll drive yourselves crazy at times, but
well, it's my son. We drive each other bonkers to begin with.
The experience would be amazing, I'm sure. I mean,
I think we'd have a blast.
Yeah.
We would have an absolute blast. I'm pretty sure of it. Chrissy wants to go back to Salem. So Chrissy, then you're going to be sending us pictures and reports from Salem when you get there. Yeah. That's not an if, it's when.
When.
All right. I'm holding you to that. Bill has a bucket list, and when I can, I'm going to check them off. Good man. Let us know how we can help. Even if it's just cheering you on.
I need to make a bucket list because there's a lot of things I want to do. And
seriously, folks, let's do the things. Do the things.
I mean, I jumped out of an airplane. I could do the things.
Fear. Don't we? We live in such fear. I'm one of the worst at it. I know how to talk about it in others because I see it in myself. There are times where I don't do things because I'm afraid of what the reaction is going to be. I don't say what I should say to people. I don't do the things that I want to do.
Or what's one of the big things we did? We put on a freaking convention. We've done 4 of them now. That's scary. That's a big thing that I didn't even know. I didn't even know I wanted to do it until we did it. It was something that, I hadn't, I mean, me and, the president of the board here, I hadn't been to a lot of conventions. I wasn't, I didn't know, enough about them. And I wish I had gotten into it earlier in life. And it was just, I mean, I love them, and I hope we can do it better, because I really want the next one to be awesome. I want it to be amazing. And so, I mean, it's a thing I didn't know what I wanted to do. And there's going to be a lot of things like that in life. And Billy says, after the pandemic is done, it's Weird Al or Stephen Wright. Yeah. Come to the area. Are you going to buy me a ticket? I would love to go with you guys, even if buy my own ticket.
You know what? That's kind of a bucket list item, is going and experiencing live music with Billy.
Oh my God.
Because he has such a love and a passion for live music. And just to watch it through his eyes is got to be a whole new experience. Absolutely a whole new experience.
I wish I had gone to more concerts, because I remember when I worked at Darien Lake for a few summers, and I worked in the accounting office, and we were just outside of the stadium there. So we were right. So when the concerts were on, I was next door. We could hear them and everything. We can kind of walk over and kind of see into it. But I wish I had gone to more of those.
I agree.
And I wish there's so many people I wish I'd gone. I wish I'd gotten a chance to see Michael Jackson live. I wish I had a chance to see, Queen.
Queen, Queen definitely. Queen and Pink Floyd.
Yeah, and I've almost went to see him, with Adam Lambert. I wanted to, I was going to see that, at least see the band, but again, I kind of chickened out. I was excited. I wanted to see him, even though no Freddie Mercury, of course, but still to see Queen. Queen's still one of my favorite bands.
Mine too.
Me, Queen, and Debbie Gibson, and I'm such variety of stuff here. We
need to experience Willie Nelson, apparently.
My first concert was John Denver.
Mine was Julio Iglesias. I was a little kid. My parents took me to the state fair grounds in Syracuse.
Mine was at the Dome Arena. Not the Dome. I'm sorry, War Memorial.
Missy wants to go to Japan. Missy Burke wants to go to Japan. That's a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
It's a freaking amazing idea.
Well,
I'd love to go to Japan.
Well, Brian's brother's in Japan, so that's a...
Yeah, Finbar, yeah.
So, yeah, that would be... Japan, I definitely want to go to Japan someday. I want to go to China someday. I want to go to England. England is one of the places... I mean, the language...
too.
I mean, the language...
England, Scotland, Ireland.
Oh, and I've been seeing like these the Facebook page of the castles in Germany. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh God, yeah.
Some of these castles.
I'd love to go back to Italy too, and do Italy on my own terms instead of being dragged along on a tour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when I went,
it was me and Julio Tom at the schoolyard. James, oh man, that one hurts.
I want to see Fluffy in concert.
I want to see Fluffy in concert. Absolutely.
Best times.
I remember listening to Bolton outside the gate while waiting for you and Brian to get done counting.
You. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, because
I'm with you, Chrissy.
Yeah.
So think about that, folks. Think about that. I mean, and like James points out, practical ideas. Cost can be a factor sometimes, but if you have a little discipline, a little budget, and make a plan. Make a plan, work a plan. Right?
You can make it happen.
So I can't afford a trip to England today. I couldn't afford a trip to Batavia today. But start working on it. Start making plans. Start, and if part of your plan is, okay, I want to do this, but I have to do ABC first. Great, then do it. Get it done.
Just start it. Start checking them off.
You can speak the language, Chrissy? Oh, you're ahead of me on that one, sweetheart. You were way ahead of me on that one.
I'm lucky I get English down, so yeah. Disney, yes, Disney, and I will be back at Disney someday.
I haven't been to Disney since I was there with you in the 90s.
Wow.
That right there is one of my biggest regrets as a dad is I haven't been able to take my kids to Disney.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to do that with them. Even now at 18 and 19, I'm sure they would love it.
It might be even better because you don't have to worry about them, and you can all do your own stuff at times and still do stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite Disney trips still is the one where I went down for a week by myself.
I remember you doing that, yeah.
And there was a couple sometimes when I was a little lonely because it was me, but I did so much stuff, and I just loved just sitting there in the ambiance and just doing whatever I wanted to do. I had the park hopper passes, so I was going wherever I wanted to in the parks. I think I did all 4 in one day just for the fun of it. But it was, I mean, that was great. I'll definitely be back at Disney someday. That's not a question. Yeah. I want to go to all the Disneys around the world. So I need to go to Shanghai and Hong Kong and Paris. And
FC3 road trip to Disney, Chrissy suggests.
There you go.
Not the first time we've done something like that. Dan and I have taken groups.
Well, we've talked about going to the new Legoland.
Yep, that would be amazing.
That'd be doable. We can go to the Star Trek experience too.
Oh God. Yeah. So folks, seriously, do the things, and let's make a list together. Let's make a list of the things we're going to do together. And we're going to be okay. Absolutely.
We should do a panel of that at FC3.
A bucket list panel.
Yeah,
that's viable. I can make that. I can fit that in.
Kind of fun. We can get someone. We can find someone who, just get someone to motivate and it'd be kind of fun. It could work.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We're cruising up on the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How we doing, guys? Let's start with Legoland. Yeah.
Use it as a dry run. Sounds good. I'm good with that idea.
There's
I got a couple
Lego.
of Lego sets that I've picked up in the past couple of months that I have to build yet. I'm going to put a new. I'm finishing up redecorating my office. I've got all the new paint and some pictures up. I got to get a new bookcase. See, am I pointing in the right? I'm never going to have a career as a weatherman. I'm going to another bookcase like this one and put it next to it over here, and then I'm going to start putting some Lego sets and more books up, and then I'll start getting close to being done. I actually bought sound baffles.
Oh.
Right, so I'm going to put them up on the walls in front of me. So I'm going to help. It's because I know I have a little bit of echoes, but especially I hear it when I'm doing Nerd World News. So I'm going to try and put a little
more
sound studio
here,
quality in my office here.
Yeah.
So we can't have a complete video without a Juno sighting.
Hello.
Here she is, my baby. There she is. Hi everybody. It's so good to see you. Huh? Here's my baby. You being a good girl. Yes, you are. All right. On your way. Good girl. So let's see. Chrissy will be starting to stage murder scenes with my complete Clue pops. Oh, okay, cool. That's a good idea. And Juno. There it is. There it is. All right.
I'm looking for
the official mascot of FC3.
I want to get the new Discovery shuttle craft.
Oh, yeah. That's a cool one.
Yeah.
That is a great looking ship, too.
All right. Too many Lego sets.
Not enough time. Right. My goal is the Ultimate Millennium Falcon. I want that one.
Oh, yeah.
All $800 and some odd dollars of it.
Not enough money.
Freaking pieces.
Not enough money for it. That's the trouble.
Should this Sunday's Monkey Business be recording bucket lists? Yes, I think so. I think that'd be a great use of our time. That'll be fun. We'll be recording bucket lists.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
And I'm already lining up some stories for Nerd World News on Monday. I found a couple of good ones that I want to talk about. So we're in good shape there. Oh, I see a cat. Which one was that one?
This is if she'll come to me.
There she is.
This is Zoe.
Is that Zoe?
It's Zoe.
Hi, Zoe.
She's not excited to be picked up. She's not a cuddly cat. She's more of a I'll do it my own way type of thing.
She's happy to have a home, and that's about it.
Yeah. She likes to play a lot, but she just doesn't like she's like, I'm not fighting, but as soon as you give me the chance, I am out of here. There she goes. Right.
There she goes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm having fun with this podcast series, I got to tell you.
Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think? How you guys all doing?
Are we enjoying ourselves? I think what'll be good is if we lean this into some streaming. We can stream some video games and some Minecraft. And I still want somewhere down. I think this summer, I want to spend some time doing getting an online streaming D&D game going.
Okay.
Which, of course, you're going to be a part of whether you like it or not, because it's part of your job, Mr. President,
Chris
to provide entertainment for
many years. So that's on his bucket list, I think.
It's on my bucket list to get Dan to play D&D again.
It's been so long.
I know, but it's okay. 5th edition is wonderfully streamlined and elegant for getting back in. It's great for new players or for people coming back to it after a long time. It's going to be really easy to pick it up.
I think the last time I played was the Red Box.
Yeah.
The 1st edition.
First edition was your swan song.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had your bard, Jason Thunderpaw.
Yes.
Ha!
How do you remember that? I don't remember.
I don't know how I remember things. Sometimes I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning. For God's sake!
Game of Fiasco. What's a fiasco?
Oh, I'm blurry.
Oops. Ooh.
Apparently, I've been drinking.
Whoa.
There we go. Autofocus is kicking in. I fixed my camera and
there it goes. Okay.
It took a moment. There we go. Hi. So, and there's Kells. Hi, Kells.
Oh.
It's good to see you. Oh my God, this is great. It's a who's who of all the cool people.
I love this. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, Chrissy, you're going to help me organize a D&D streaming game for Mighty Monkeys Twitch. And we can count on Dan, and I'm pretty sure we can count on James, and we'll start putting some people together for that. We'll plan.
Can we try to do like a short thing, so we can kind of get into it?
Yeah, we'll do like a one shot.
Yeah. Okay.
I can get a one shot going just to get the feet wet again.
Right.
But we'll use characters that could become reoccurring characters very easily.
Great.
Missy's great. Entertain while in ED. PSA: make sure that you have carbon dioxide detectors working in your house. Carbon monoxide detectors. Yeah. Make sure you have carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide detectors will be going off all the damn time, especially with as much as I talk.
Because they lost power today. The Burks.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. All right, so be safe over there, you and the boys.
I think they have the generator going, so yeah.
Right. All right.
RPG.
Well, I'm going to bid farewell at this point. I think we've tagged our usual hour. So 2 weeks from tonight will be another episode of Dan and Chris Save the World, episode 5, and we'll be talking about random shit all over again.
That's what we do.
But we thank you guys for joining us on our live stream tonight. That's a lot. This has been a lot of fun talking with you folks. This has been part of the fun of why we do this.
One of these, and hopefully sometime soon we can be in the same room and do this.
That'd be great. Oh my God, the two of us doing a podcast recording with like an audience, like a live audience. That'd be amazing. I think that'd be.
I don't know. I just think be in the same room as you, but an audience.
Well, there's that too. There's that too. But I'm thinking like let's set up with our buddies at Knox, right? So we get the great room going. Get a couple of I think this is a plan. This is on my bucket list now. This is my plan.
Well, first we got to work on just us together in a room.
Well, yeah,
then we'll work on getting people. But yeah,
definitely.
More long term. So
I miss you, man. I don't like going months without hugging you. It's amazing.
I know. I mean, last time I saw you, when's the last time I saw you? My birthday? We've seen since
your birthday.
My birthday.
I saw you at Christmas time.
Okay.
I did see you at Christmas time. Just before New Year's, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I had more teeth then.
Yeah.
It hurts. It's still healing. It feels weird.
Oh yeah. So it's been
new bucket list item unlocked.
I was a different person back then. I had more parts to me too. See, you lost teeth. I lost my rectum. So we're
rectum. Damn near killed him. Sorry, I had to do it.
Oh,
when you told me that you had cancer and I had a fucking meltdown, I really did. I lost my shit for a couple of hours. I was like, oh my God.
And now I can't shit. So
yes, now you can't shit. So it all works out really, really well. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, I've got to step up my best friend game. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to be supportive to this kind of degree. I'm not sure how I'm going to act, or especially because I couldn't see you physically all the time with the pandemic and everything. Right. Yeah. So I saved it. I saved the text that I sent you. I remember looking at it just recently. All right. So if you're getting radiation treatments, am I going to need a hazmat suit to hug you? And you said, no, you're going to be fine. I said, look, if I flip the lights off and you start glowing in the dark, we're going to have issues. Right. So you responded to that really well. So I'm like, okay, good. Start throwing the stupid humor out there and see what happens. Well, and then I still have to get you that t-shirt. The aliens abducted me t-shirt. Come on, guys, we're doing butt stuff.
One of the most important things in life is to be able to laugh.
Because that's my sense of humor at work right there at full throttle, man.
But one of the most important things in life is to be able to laugh and to be able to laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Even going through these hard times. I mean, it is a serious thing that I'm going through, but if you can't laugh,
then you're screwed.
I mean, look at the people who are unhappy. Are they laughing at themselves? No. I mean, we
talked about this in our last episode, how comedians of old would throw hailstones at each other. They were not throwing elbows. They were firing cannon shots at each other. Yeah. But nowadays people, they do a roast and, oh my God, I'm offended. You can't laugh at yourself anymore.
You have to be able to laugh at yourself because life is too short. If you're gonna get upset. I mean, there are things that you should get upset about. But that's true. That's valid. But there are a lot of things that you just can't. If you let everything get to you, you're going to be miserable. Mm-hmm. So, and I cancer is a serious thing. I'm not happy about it. I'm not excited about it. But I can laugh at it. I am going to get through it. I'm gonna. I love the jokes. I'll take them. I'll take all the butt jokes you got because yeah. So life is too short. Bucket list. See, it all works together. We tied it together, Chris.
That's it, my man. I love you, brother. I really do. I am so happy that you are my brother. I got to tell you that.
Crazy twist of fate that we ended up at Aquinas together. And whoever we linked up.
It's all matters. It's all matters. Right. 36 years later, we're still swinging for the cheap seats together. That's all. Still moving. Still grooving.
Still swinging.
Still throwing punches.
That's right.
I got your back, man. No matter what. All you got to do is call.
I thought it felt a little heavy back there. Jeez.
What, you got a sun invasion going on?
No, you're on my back.
Oh. Hey, I've lost a few pounds, so I'm not as much of a weight problem.
All right.
You don't have to carry me as far.
Good. And on that note.
On that happy and pious note. So we'll say goodnight at this point. Friends, thank you for joining us this evening. It was so great to see all of you and be able to hang out with you and interact with you.
More coming.
More. We'll keep doing this because we have fun with this. Now we've got the podcast addiction at this point. We love doing it. We love hearing ourselves talk.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah. All right. You know what I'm going to say? Have a great week. Have a safe week. We'll talk to you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.